Rise and shine, everybody. All right. My eyes are not being the best today. You can see my eye like it's all greased up. I don't like this. I don't know if it's a style or not, but it's something. My eyes is very itching, so I'm putting some on. I'm putting some ointment on it so it can stop being all red. That's why Mama don't have no glasses on. But anyways, rise and shine, everybody. It is Mama IT 1804. I am back with you with another devotion for January 3rd, 2025. And some definitions too. Some definition. Because if the more you don't know, the better it is for you to find an understanding of it so you can learn. Okay, it's all about learning. Every day you're supposed to be learning something. It don't matter, it's a small thing as how to tie your shoes. Smallest thing. Because I know a lot of people heard this, but knowledge is power. I stand firmly by that when I'm not quote, knowledge is power. So just to recap, January 1st devotion told us that we must choose wisely. We must choose wisely who we invite to sit at our table. Because everyone's not welcome. Right? And then January 2nd told us whom we should surround ourselves with. I'm going to say that because uh, pick a choice. Are you going to choose peace or are you going to choose violence? Are you going to follow God or are you going to follow man? It's everybody has a choice, but just don't forget, whatever choice you make in life every day, whatever choice you choose to make every day is going to shape your future, not just for you, but the generations after you, the generation after, so on and so forth. So definitely be mindful of all the choices you make every day, just like you chose to get up this morning and probably getting ready to work or trying or whatever mayhem. There's other people making podcasts and so on and so forth. Every choice matters. that you do, from the smallest to the biggest. Every choice matters, because especially if you have children, every choice matters. Every choice matters, with or without children. But I'm saying that because I have children, right? But every choice matters. So I'm gonna get into the devotion for January 3rd is Pearl and prayer. And when I looked up Pearl, because Peril, Pearl and prayer. It says Pearl is danger, risk, or challenges faced by God people. That's what Pearl is. Pearl and prayer, challenges that are faced by God's people. And I love, because um, as I started, going recapping of what I'm going to be teaching you guys and myself. I used to be, I don't know if anybody can relate, but I used to go to the Christian school. And it was that type of Christian school where you had to, before, if you want to go to recess, you had to memorize a Bible verse before you can go to recess. So you will not get that recess if you don't memorize. So every day was memorizing Bible verses and so on and so forth. And like I said, I love some because I'm not gonna say some because I literally just remember the Psalms, but that's why I said I love the book of Psalms, because it's about worshiping and rejoicing and praising God. Um, some of the verses, they would have us turn into music and we would sing it. And January 3rd that's one of the verses actually that was brought onto this. So yeah. So today reading is for Psalms chapter 3, 1 verse 4. Psalms chapter 3, 1 verse 4. Let me give me some water, because it seems like when one thing is wrong with your body, then everything else start trying to act up. That's how I feel. I can't sing, but I'm gonna try to, because I don't remember how we made the whole song, but I do remember this part. Okay, so Psalm chapter 3, verse 1 and 4 says, Lord, how are they increase that troubles me? How are they increase that troubles me? That's like saying, hey, I'm a good person and I'm doing it the right way. How come I'm not getting a better result than somebody who's not doing it the right way? Right? And then sometimes you start trying to, I wouldn't say question God, but you start looking like, well, hey, they're not doing it the good way. They're still getting, more success than I am. How is that? Because I'm doing your will. I'm following you. I'm following your law. I'm being obedient, and I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. But is this person over here doing the total opposite, and they're getting a faster and better outcome than me? Lord, what's going on? What makes me less favorable? And then sometimes it starts playing in your mind, and you start like, you know what? Forget this. I ain't gonna do it the right way, because it's not going fast enough. It's not bringing me enough wealth or enough whatever you are looking for and chasing after. So you start go to the other side. You start going to the other side. Because you're basically telling God, you're not moving quickly enough. I'm not patient. You know, so that's what that part says. So Lord, how are they increased that troubled me? Many are they that rise up against me. Many there be which say of my soul, there is no help for him in God. Salah. And this is the part, this is the singing part I remember. And when my voice is oh Lord, help me. But I'm gonna try. But it was like, but thou, oh Lord, art a shield for me, my glory and the lifter of my head. O thou, Lord, art a shield for me, my glory and my lifter of my head. That's the only part I remember. That's the only part I remember. Um, but when I read that, I was like, oh, look, it bring back memories. Because at the end of the day, that's all you have is the memories, whether they're good or bad. The smallest thing can make you smile. Like, oh, I remember that. So yeah, that was a good little memory, remembrance I needed to see or needed to remember. But again, anyways, let me start. There is no help for him in God, Salah. But thou, O Lord, art a shield for me, my glory and the lifter up of my head. I cried unto the Lord with my voice, and he heard me out of his holy hill. Mm, mm. Okay. So now we're saying, I believe it's saying, because you're saying, mm, like I said earlier, that everybody is not at the same level, and everybody is not going to end up at the same level. Don't lose your faith and your trust and try to beat everybody to the race. Just like that saying said, the first shall be last and the last shall be first. I would be last, baby. I'd rather be last because I understand where my help comes from, and I understand um, the life that He has planned for me. I may not be where I want to be, but I am where I need to be. Now we're going to the lessons. Again, the lesson is Pearl and Prayer. Pearl is the challenges that God's people face. Challenges that God's people face. Here is the Pearl struggle and victory of God's beloved David. It gives the experience of all him and then, and hope to us in the now. For we are all brothers in trial. The difference being only in time and degrees. So for we are all in brothers in trials and sisters. We're all brothers and sisters in trial. The difference being only in time and degrees. David's own son, Absalom led a revolt against him. So his own flesh and blood betrayed him. That kind of reminds me when the famous saying most everybody knows, blood is thicker than water. Blood is thicker than water. So his own son, his own flesh and blood betrayed him. Trouble in the family. Oh yeah, that is definitely trouble in the family. When you go betrayed your own blood, oh, oh, if that don't scream trouble, I don't know what screams trouble. I don't know what does. But trouble in the family, trouble in the kingdom. I mean, the kingdom, the house. I mean, there is trouble in the whole household. Now, mind you, um, even though it said blood is thicker than water, right? Which is, I would say, half true, half not true. 50-50 of that. I'm going to say 50-50 of that. Well, for me, it's 50-50 because I understand that I was my own family. I couldn't relate to David's part, not his son part, because my own family, they betrayed me by giving me up for a bag of rice. And as I got older, I started noticing like, hey, I feel like, because when I came here, they changed my name and my whole identity. And a person like me, I'm like, oh no, I know I'm not no Jessica. No offense to the Jessicas out there. But to me personally, I didn't believe I'm a Jessica. I'm like, I don't feel like a Jessica. Mm-mm. There has to be something. I feel like I'm missing something. And I'm also a twin. So I'm also like, I'm missing something, but I'm also feeling that detachment of the twin. Because I always knew I had a twin in my mind, but I thought it was in my mind because, again, when I came here, my whole identity was taken from me. And I didn't feel like no Jessica. I did not. No, I didn't see Jessica in me. So I started as kids, I started being nosy and going to find like who am I, you know. And then as I went being nosy, I found out my real name and I found out where I'm from and all that stuff. So I went and once I found out where I'm from, I went did my research because you want to know like how come you didn't love me? How come you gave me away? Like what about me was not good enough to where you had to give me away for a bag of rice? Now, mind you, I believe, between 5 to 7 siblings, counting myself, which is in my twin sister, so counting us. And when I called, I said, "Hey, I went to my village and everything else, cause they don't know probably English, only Creole." And the first thing they want to say is, "Hey, where's that money we was promised?" Okay, hi, how you doing? You don't wanna you don't want to start. You don't want to know how I'm doing, or I have questions too. Like they did not care. They did not care. And that was a piece of me as a child that was missing because I knew I didn't belong where I was brought to, and for me to get that, not what I was wanting, like, oh hi, we miss you. Oh my gosh, you when you gonna come and see us, so on and so forth. And then my dad was like, "Where's the money at? Because I'm the reason why you're up there." Like, okay, again, hi, how you doing? you know. And it was all about the money. After that, they just wanted me to send the money, and I helped them out because, you know what I'm saying, like that's something I've been looking for, like. But the type of person I am, yeah, I helped him out, and after that, I just kept wanting money, wanting money, wanting money, wanting money. So yeah, blood is thicker than water, wanting money. And even my twin sister, same thing. And I'm looking at her like, you're not even asking the right question. Like, I just want to know how come they gave me up and then give you up. And basically because just in case I didn't make it, they would have another one, which is my twin sister. Wow, they had no hope. They had no hope in me at all that I would survive. None. But I did, because that's who I am. I'm definitely a survivor. But I did, and after that, I walked away. There was nothing else more or less to say. There's nothing else. So I definitely can relate to David when his own child, my own family didn't even care about me or nothing, and they give a little crap about if I survived or not, and everything was a hoax. Basically, everything was a hoax. So I definitely understand. All right, let's continue reading. Trouble in the family, trouble in the kingdom. When our family does not stand with us, it multiplies our hardships. Right? I definitely can agree, and I know a lot of people can agree too, because a lot of people, get betrayed by their family members. A lot, especially when you don't have no help. When you don't have no help and you're doing it by yourself, whether you're a mother, you're not a mother, either way, it's very hard. It's very hard. I can definitely relate because I raised my boys by myself. It was me and my boys and God and the government, which helped us with food stamps and Section 8. But that was the best it got. So I understand what it feels to stand alone and don't have no help. So that's why it's kind of hard for me, because now I'm getting some help, and it's hard for me to even try to accept help because I've been doing it by myself for so long. So if somebody would try to come in and try to like help me, I'm gonna be standoffish at first because I always been doing it by myself. Always. From the time my foot touched, my pinky toe touched this American soil until now, it's just been, but being where I'm at is definitely helping me being able to um, allow people to help me and know that it's for the good of me and my children, and so, and being open and acknowledging my trauma and acknowledging what's been done to me and taking it and using it to better myself or my children. So yeah, when your family does not stand with you, it multiplies our hardship because you don't have that support system. You don't have that love, that wantingness. You know, um, the scoffers got busy. So scoffers is those who disbelieve God. Scoffers, Scoffers. So the people that not believe God, they got busy. They always do. Mm. They said there is no help for him in God. A common joy of sinners is to taunt the people of God in their trials while they ridicule that they are God forsaken. When your family does not stand with you, it multiplies your hardship. A lot of people can actually, I believe everybody can relate to this. The scoffers got busy, so the people, the non-believers, they got busy. They always do. So they're waiting. The non-believer, they're waiting for you to fall. They wanting you to fall. But the thing about it is, they want you to stay down. They don't want to see you get back up. Sometimes they be acting like it, but no, they really don't want to see you get back up. They really are praying. What is that called? Praying on your downfall. The non-believers of God are praying on your downfall. And then when they see you fall, they want to act like they're trying to catch you and help you, but no, they're actually praying on it. They prayed on it, they saw it, and then they want to keep you down. Instead of lifting you up, they want to bring you negativity. They want to bring you manipulation. They want to bring you things that will not allow you to get back up. They will not allow you because they're already down. Some of them are so down that there's no hope. There's no hope for them. That's why they pray on God's people downfall because the hope, there's no hope for them. They are just now the type of people, lost souls that will forever walk and roam this earth by saying, "Oh, I'm just here to be here." Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. Because you given up you've given up a long time ago that there is no bounce back. There's none. There's none. That's why in my in my head I be saying I when certain stuff I do I like you can't save everybody, you can't help everybody. Everybody's not gonna make it. Everybody's not gonna succeed. Right? But best believe those who are already out the game are definitely watching and waiting. Oh, you have fallen? Okay, let me tell you how I felt. I ain't worried about how you felt. I'm over here trying to get back up. Are you gonna help me? Are you gonna help me try to get back up? No, you're gonna try to keep me down there where you are. So it gets lonely down there when you don't have no hope left. Mm. You have no fighting left, and you gave up a long time ago. You have turned away from God and used your wicked tongue to betray God over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Not just once, not just twice, over and over and over and over, right? And then it's just taunt. Taunt is a score is an object of scorn to taunt somebody. You taunting them, preying on them, on their downfall. But David never lost faith. That's the wonderful thing about not allowing the enemies to shape your future and your generation of success or wealth. No matter what may come your way, no matter what the world throws at you, catch it and then recycle it to make it better, to shape your life and make you better. For an example, say that you wasn't born with a father, right? If you have kids, you should make sure that you are a father and you are there, because you didn't have that. You should want to give your children that, right? You shouldn't use that as an excuse of, oh, well, I can't be a father because mine wasn't there. That, no, that's just called a senseless excuse. A senseless excuse. It may be hard, right? I ain't gonna say it's easy. You can, no, it may be hard because you didn't have that, but you should be able to take what you didn't have and want to pour that into your child, which will better yourself at the same time, right? Don't allow the world to shape you in your future and keep you down in your trauma, keep you down in whatever happened to you. Because, of course, yes, we all fall down and we all have experienced different circumstances. And many of us are still fighting and dwelling within our circumstances. But do not allow it to shape your future. Do not allow it to stop you from fulfilling your purpose. Do not allow it to have you stray away from God. You know? But David never lost faith. In the face of Peril, mind you, again, Peril is the challenges faced by God's people. In the face of Peril, he turned to prayer. You're supposed to pray him in the good days and the bad days. Me, I'm not really big. I pray. I ain't gonna say I'm not the type that's like, oh, let me wake up every morning. Let me, no, because I don't like asking God for anything, because everything that I need, He will give to me. You know. So I'm not really. I only pray if it's absolutely like, say someone have asked me to pray for them, if or yeah, somebody asked me to pray for them, or I go to a church and they want us to lay hands on people. Like, yeah, I do that, but I'm not gonna lie and say I wake up every morning, oh Lord, da 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 da. I, I don't. But when it's needed, I do it. You know, I just my opinion. I just, but he turned to prayer. I cried unto the Lord with my voice. His enemy used their voice to defy God. His enemies used their voice to defy God. You gotta be careful what you listen to, what voice you listen to. You gotta be careful to acknowledge who is leading you, because if it's God, you know darn well, God's not gonna tell you to do something that will be deceitful, that would bring negativity toward you or toward others. Nothing that will dis that will harm you, or that will make you cause harm to other people. So you gotta make sure you understand what voice you should be following, the difference between right and wrong, right? But David used his to praise God. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Praise him to the good and the bad, not just when he do something good for you. What a difference. And enough to always make a difference. For God heard him. He won, they lost. As a result, David could sleep. While prayer is stimulative and therapeutic, its greatest power is in the answer that God grants it. Right? So basically, he said, when he's saying praise to the good and praise to the bad. If you're something sad, something happening, praise him. Worship him. Don't just wait till it's Sunday. You know, uh, don't wait till something bad happens. Praise him always. Like I might not get up in the morning and pray and be like, oh Lord, da, 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 da. But I do definitely meditate in him. I do meditation to become one of my chakra and meditate with him and within him. And that's one thing I most definitely do. But I am definitely not one of those. Oh, let me. Can I have it? I don't feel right, honestly, asking God for anything because I know He's gonna give me what I need anyways. So that's why I don't ask. I know a lot of people, oh, you need to ask and you need to pray. No, what's good, what God knows that I need, He will supply it because He already knows. Now, my part is just worshiping Him. I'm just worshiping and keep walking the path that I know I should walk. Am I going to choose violence or peace? My part is to keep His law and be obedient. If He said, "Hey, I want you to go to this church and do whatever," I'll do that. Or, hey, this person, um, you should go and give this person something. I will do that. Oh, hey, you should go and pray for this person. I will do that. I'm just an obedient individual to God because God's is a really big part of my life. So I'm just very obedient. I'm so obedient to where I'm like, I don't feel right asking God for anything because I know anything that I need, He will supply it. I know He will supply it. So that's why I'm not going to say I'm a prayer freak. But when it comes to worship, heck yeah, I worship Him all day long. For He is worthy of all my praises. He is worthy of all my praises. But each to their own, because you do have them people that are like, yeah, we need to pray, we need to ask, pray. I'm sorry, I'm not that type of individual. But whatever my Father asks me to do, I will do. Last time I would say I deeply prayed was when me and my children we was in a homeless shelter, our first homeless shelter actually after we lost our house. Well, I sold it, but still, and I didn't know what direction to go because I'm like, okay, we're homeless. We don't got nobody here I don't got nobody here to help me. I got no support system. And I've been in this state for ever since I've been in America. Like there has to be more out there in this world than this state. there has to be more. And I was so lost and I don't know what that word is, but I was so lost where I'm like, I went into the chapel and I asked my father, what lead me? Tell me where I should go to find that inner peace, to start a brand new life, fresh, to better for me and my children, And I just told him to show me where should I go, and then I ended up here in Texas. And ever since then, I've had a really good support system. I've been able to get stuff done. I'm better in my life, and it's a great thing. But that's the last time, because sometimes you can get so lost to where you probably know where you're going, but you're just like, I need more confirmation. Like, lead me, because the Lord is the leader of my life, and I follow His guidance and never let me down or anything. But it was just one of those where, all right, I'm in the shelter with my kids. It's not bad. It was just the first time uh, being homeless with children. So it wasn't not bad, but I know that it was only for a season. I was only supposed to be there for a season. And while I was there, I did some stuff of obedience that God told me to do, and so forth, so on and so forth. But I know that my new beginning was not gonna be in Ohio. It was not gonna be in Ohio. And we survived. We survived and was able to get into a place where we have that support system, and definitely have to better my life and stuff for my boys and stuff like that. So very grateful of that. But in the midst of it, I always and continue praising God in the midst of it, whether it's good, bad, whether I'm having either way, because I know that He is the leader of my life. I know that He will not give me more than I can bear. And I had too much testimonies to not follow God. I mean, honestly, I feel like I was born following God. You know what I'm saying? It was always within me. Like, it's like I'm not a type of person that's gonna sit there and let's read the Bible. No, because the word's in me. The word is in me. I was born with it. But if it's something going on, or they're like, oh, let's read it. Yeah, I'm gonna be respectful. It's not none of that. But when I was created, the word was in me, and I feel like that for everybody. When we was created and some people were born, the word was within us. We just lost our way and astray by depending on man and their teaching. And then in that road, we lost and forgot what was already inserted in us, and now we're depending on man word instead of God's word, which we was created with. you know and that's where it comes when it says you need to win lost souls. Yeah, because a lot of people have forgotten who they are, where they come from. There's some people who have speak different languages, haven't touched the soil of their home. You know what I'm saying? It's a great thing when you allow God to be the leader of your life, And when you follow him and you do what you're supposed to do as a human being, as a child of God, without God in your life, you are nothing. And that's just my opinion, each their own. So I'm just telling you my testimony. Without God in my life, I will become nothing. With him in my life, I've been everything. And I've allowed to take my traumas and take what things that the world try to throw at me and turned it into a praise and turned it into something beautiful and long lasting. So again, that's why I said blood is thicker than water. David understood and saw that his son was betraying him, but he did not allow that to stop him for being obedient to God and praising God and I would say deter him from the word of God and what God has promised him and his favor that God has brought upon him. Because again, worship is where your blessings come from. Worship. Worship. Not for entertainment purposes, but genuinely worshiping Him and honoring Him and being obedient and fulfilling your life purpose so that it can help not only yourself but your generation. And a small thing can help somebody else. If it's not for you, then you can probably give it to somebody else, right? Worshiping and praising God is a good thing through the good times and the bad. And I know we all can understand when uh, the verse said, uh, David's own son Absalom led a revolt against him, trouble in the family, trouble in the kingdom. When our family does not stand with us, it multiplies our hardship. Right? It multiplies our hardship. But through our tests and trials, we must continue to be obedient and praise our way out of it. Praise our way out of it. Do not allow the lack of support, the lack of relationship and depending on family members to show you the support which they will not give to you. And if you do have that support, that is a great thing. That is definitely a great thing. That is definitely a great thing. So this is January 3rd devotion, Pearl and prayer. Pearl again is challenges faced by God's people in prayer. And if you are a prayer warrior, because it's prayer warriors, and if you are a prayer warrior, God bless you and continue doing what you are called to do as a prayer warrior, a worship warrior. Um, every kind of warrior, continue doing what you do and being obedient to God and allowing God to lead you in your life. We're all not perfect and we're all not supposed to be perfect. That's not part of our genes. But when you fall, don't stay down. When you're trying to better your life, make sure you look around and see who you are allowing around you, and if their mindset is the same thing as you, right? All right, so devotion for January 3rd with Psalms chapter 3, 1 verse 4. The lesson is Pearl and prayer. Blood is thicker than water. I know I'm not the only one that has story of a family uh, giving them away for a bag of rice and then didn't have no hope for for me to survive. But I did. I'm a survivor, definitely. And I'm going to keep being a survivor. Whatever the world may throw my way, I know with God, I'm always going to survive. Keep your faith in God and keep your eyes focused on Him. And He will lead you to where you need to be. He will give you what you need, not what you want. Don't forget, 2025, one of the most important lessons that can be said in 2025. Make sure, make sure you choose wisely who you bring to your table. Even for a mother's point of view, make sure wisely or allowed to be around your children. Make sure counts toward your children's future. And then every choice counts. Until next time, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is Mama IT 1804. Capital Mama IT and capital A and then ITI. And check me out. I'm gonna be in here every day. I'm gonna have a devotion for you guys. Tomorrow, devotion January 4th. Title will be When in Distress. That'll be the devotion for January 1st. And then the chapter will be Psalms chapter 4, 1 verse 3. When in Distress. That will be the devotion for tomorrow. January 4th, again, to all my Haitians, happy Haitian Independent Day. Eat 5 bowls of soup jumu for me. Next year, I'm definitely going to be joining you in the soup jumu. I decided to miss this year, but definitely going to eat that soup jumu and keep celebrating this whole entire month. Independent Day. I'm excited. Even excited for May because May is Flag Day, and my oldest son, his birthday is in May. So a lot of good things happen in May. It's my son's birthday, and Flag Day is in May too. So very excited. Love my country. Love my people. I love everybody and care for everybody. And thank you for watching. And if you also have a TikTok, you can message me on it on there too, or you can message me on here. If you have questions or you want to just tell me anything that came with this verse, or you have a story, so on and so forth, I'm here. But once I'm off, I'm off. Like, once I'm off, I'm off. But thank you for joining me this morning, and have a great day. Positivity. I'm sending positivity towards your way. Choose peace, not violence. And don't forget, whoever you allow to sit at your table, is that what you become. Whatever you put in your body is what it's how it's gonna function. You are what you eat. That's the saying. You are what you eat. So yeah. So even with Mama Mighty 804, thank you for watching, and I will see you tomorrow at 6 in the morning. Going to talk about that. I said, when in distress. When in distress. I hope this is helping a lot of you and many of you beginning your new year for the good and just beginning with a positive start. A positive start and a devotion every day to keep you going or just to show you that, somebody understand and it's good when somebody can understand you can relate to. So until next time, au revoir, my family. See you tomorrow.